everyone, my name is Griffin and this is Crochet Fun number 9. Yes, number 9. If you're new here, welcome. This playlist is part of the Stitchin with the Griffin channel. It is all about my crochet. I decided to separate it from my cross stitch floss tube playlist because I do have a lot of projects. Well, usually I have a lot of projects to show, and it was making my other videos too long. At least that's what I felt. So anyway, so welcome. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. Sorry, that is a mess over there. Put that that way. I don't have a lot to show today because I've been spending the last 2 weeks catching up on my cross stitching. I had a house full of people and so didn't get to do a lot of cross stitching. I did more crocheting, which I've already shown. Have I shown? Maybe not. I didn't do as much cross stitching as I wanted to, but crochet as I wanted to, but I did do some. Mostly the kind that you can do without really paying much attention. Now that being said, and I think I did do it, I have been making things for my new venture, the Emerald Emporium, which is on Square. I will be marketing it here. I'll be talking about it here and marketing it, I'm sorry, I can't speak this morning, marketing it predominantly on Instagram for now because I just don't have that much time and everything, and crochet is visual. I mean, you can't just say, oh, I made a crochet thing and people know exactly what you're talking about, because they don't. So with that in mind, I did show you three of the things that I had finished. One was my sprout, one was my gnome, and one was my string of pearls. Now what I'm doing is I'm doing drops. It's going to be every month once I get started. Let me put my hands down. And I'll be releasing about 10 items. It was suggested 7 to 10 to me, but I think 10 items because of what they are would be best. I am doing gnomes and Scandinavian style gnomes, and then I'm doing 2 plants because they're mostly plants. I'm doing 2 plants that are quite cute, amigurumi style, and then I am doing 2 that are realistic as I can get them. That means wire frames, that means lots of counting, color, things like that. Takes a lot more time. Weighted bottoms. Pardon me, even my kawaii have weighted bottoms because I don't want them to fall over. I want them to have a little bit of heft. Now, to give you, I did show you those. Those were the kawaii versions that I showed you. Or no, the string of pearls was a realistic. And it's listed on Square as a botanical. I will be releasing these when I can't talk today. I'm trying to tell you this. When they are purchased, the kawaii and the gnomes will have an adoption certificate, and the botanicals will have a botanical registry card. So they'll be, about business card side, maybe a little bit bigger. I haven't talked. One of my coworkers is doing me an amazing thing by making some for me, and I'm going to pay for it, but yeah, she's going to make them for me. Because I need them in small batches, and all the other print places, they want huge batches, and I need small print. But anyway, let me show you what I'm talking about. This is a kawaii. Everybody knows what this is. This is a double petaled sunflower, and yes, the head is tilted off to the side, but it is a double petaled it has wiring in here to hold it up. I mean, it is being held up. It's the petals are touching the grass, but or the dirt in the pot, but it is not being held up by that. It's helping it brace it a little bit to keep it steady, but mainly it's the wire. Now, if you are able to get this, if you want this, and I'm only doing one of these because it takes so long to do. It's going to be coming specially packaged because of the wire frame, and I don't really want it smashed. But this is what I'm talking about for the kwai. This took me several hours to make, and it has a weighted bottom, so it will sit just about flat. It depends on where you're putting it, but I mean, it's not going to fall over at all. My fingers are completely straight out, and it is not falling over. Well, it did there. It is a little top heavy, but not much. That's why it is leaning. I have the wire actually leaning back, so if you get it and it starts to lean forward too much, you can just tilt it back just a tad and it will straighten itself out. This will come with an adoption certificate, and you can name it. But it is beautiful. So that's that. And then for my realistic, this one took about half an hour, 45 minutes longer to do than the other one, but by then I had, and it's because I've been doing so many pots and stuff, I can do them real quick. This is a bonsai version of a jade plant, and the colors on here are not right. The colors on the screen look like they are teal. These are not teal. These are actually darker green and lighter green, but they're not teal. It's like a medium Kelly green, and then a darker, no, these are the Kelly green. Anyway, it's not teal and light teal, but as you can see, there is a a trunk, 2 branches, and then it has the leaves. There's 2 sets of leaves here, 2 different sizes. The trunk and the stems both have wires in them to hold them up. These are they're posable as long as you're careful about it. You can actually move them around. Just be careful you don't kink them. A couple of these leaves have wires in them to help them, because otherwise they just kind of flat. I'm thinking they should have been up more, so the next one I make, if I make another one, when I make another one eventually, I will do the wiring and curl them up. Right now they're kind of flat out. I mean, they will bend a little bit, but you know how crochet is. It doesn't always stay the way it's supposed to. So do that and it will pop them up a little bit. See? It has a weighted bottom, and as you can see, this flower pot is about the size of my hand. Pretty good size one. But it's weighted. There's stuffing in there. And these guys, this took a bit, but the dirt in here is, I left a magic circle in the middle. Well, not a magic circle, but I left the hole here in the middle open a little bit, tuck the wires for the trunk down inside, and then instead of sewing the trunk to the dirt, I sewed the dirt to the trunk. And that way it gives it a lot more stability too, and makes it look like it's actually inside the dirt instead of just sitting on top. So there's this one as well. This is my kwai jade plant, or not kwai, my bonsai style jade plant. So that's that. And I'm hoping these 2 will sell. I'm going to keep going for a while. I just need a second stream of income. But that's neither here nor there. I was just showing those off because I'm very proud of the way they came out. Now, I don't know what I did with my paper, but as if you're a returning viewer, you know I've been working forever, it seems like, on this 5-panel blanket throw, whatever, from using Caron Macchiato Boundless. This is the Caron Cake Boundless. Now, I did and look at the way these come out. That is some beautiful striping. Normally I don't do diagonals, but the pattern was really, really simple. And this is about 55 inches. You know, it's folded over. Now, as you can see, that looks great, right? All the way across. Pretty even. You know, the borders look even, or the edges look even. On both sides, pretty much even. Yeah. And straight. Okay, the first one I did, I don't know if you'll be able to tell, that's pretty even. Oh, okay. See? Can you see that? It's wonky. It dips here like I did something, and I mean, it's just, you can see that. I don't know if you can see that. There's a step down right there where I don't know if I was using a different stitch or what happened there, but I'm going to be undoing, I'm going to be frogging this one to make the panel again, and I have to be careful with the frogging because this has tiny hairs in it. It's almost like a wool texture, so it's got tiny hairs like you would find on wool, so it doesn't like to be frogged that well, which is why I was very careful with this one. If I saw the edges start to meander like that one I wasn't paying attention to, then I go back, I very carefully frog it and then fix it. It is about 42 stitches wide. There are 42 stitches diagonally exactly, so sort of like doing a corner to corner, but not. So there's that. I have not done anything on my Filet crochet cats, even though they're almost done. I do have someone who wants it, and they only want me to do the 3 squares that are actually different cats and not just one reversed and the you know, not just ones that are reversed. And so I'm like, okay. And they didn't want the one with the cat. Let me see. Trying to think about the one. Yeah, they just didn't want the ones that were reversed. So I will be doing the 3, and then I will be giving it to her. She will block it and frame it and do whatever else she wants with it. So that one will be going away when it's done. What else do I have to show you? I haven't worked on my dragon pillow because that takes time. That is an art piece. Haven't worked on my coworker's blanket. It's just been too hectic to do it. I have been working on, I've been mostly working on the stuff for the shop, but I wanted to show you this. This is not finished by any means, but so this is one side. Put it back here. It's a simple corner to corner square, but it's going to be a project bag for my crochet, so it'll be big enough to put skeins of yarn in and whatever else I need. And this is the sides of it. So I did a corner to corner strip, and now I am attaching it with single crochet to give the seam some strength. I just need to attach the other side now, and then I'm going to put, I don't know if I'm going to put handles on the sides or if I'll put a big strap on the sides. I'm trying to think of what would best serve. Probably the handles on the sides. But not sure what else. I'll have to look at it because I do have lots of options. I could do both. I really could, and that might end up being what I do. I can get some small D-rings and make a strap. So there's that. The next time that you see things, I will have the Filet Crochet cat set done. I will have my project bag done. I know that. I will hopefully have more work done on the boss's blanket. I really need to get on there. It's just so heavy. It has gotten so heavy, and I'm doing it with a hook and not with a loom. I don't have a loom, and I would need a really big loom to do it on. So there's that. I have not worked on my spring gnome. I know it's spring already. I haven't worked on my spring gnome. I've got to work on that. Hopefully that will be done too. But yeah, that's about it for what I have been pardon me, been doing as far as my crocheting goes. I didn't like making crocheted animals. I mean, I do, but I don't. Some of them were just really fuzzy. I liked making the Pokemon. I'll probably make some more of those just because. But I'm really enjoying making the plants and the structural plants, especially the realistic ones, especially. And you'll be seeing different ones because I won't be making the same ones all the time. So with that, I do have some shout outs. I have several shout outs. About 8 shout outs. 3 of them I've already talked to you about. Have mentioned them before, but I'm going to mention them again just because I like their videos. The rest of them are new to me. Not necessarily new to, they're definitely not new to Floss too, because most of them have quite a few videos they've already done, but they're new to me, and I just want to put them out there for people to look at. The first one is, and I will be linking them, I will be putting them in the description box below, so if you want to go look at them, you can. So there's Grandma's Crochet Corner. I thought it was a regular video, but it was actually a live stream. And she had some neat stuff on there. She's got the cutest little chihuahua. And it was storming that day, so the chihuahua actually got into her sweater to hide. Poor thing. But she's great. I enjoy her. She's got a lot of good energy. She'd be fun to watch. I'll be looking for other actual videos from her to see what else she's got going on. There's, I can't see this. Chels Does Art. I'm guessing her name is Chelsea. I did not catch her name. She was doing a review of the Red Heart all-in-one quilt motif yarn. And I've been curious to know how that worked up. If it was because it's quilt motif, so it's not a granny square. I did the all-in-one granny square, and I loved that one. She did the all-in-one quilt motif. And it makes me want to go grab a ball of, grab the skein myself and see if, and see for myself. But it's worth watching. She talks about it. She's using 2 different colors. She's following the instructions. And I think it turned out interesting. And like I said, I wanted to try it now myself just to see what it looks like in different colorways than what she chose. Shannon Talks Yarn. She's reviewing... She did a top 5 or the 5 best online shops, yarn shops. And it is, it's, that one is an opinion. Okay, it's an opinion video, op-ed. Do I agree with him? I don't know. I don't shop online a whole lot for yarn. I like to see my yarn in hand. I like to be able to feel it and squish it and do all that. So, I reserve judgment. You can go check her out and you can see if this video is one you want to watch. I have seen other videos of hers, so if you don't like review videos, still go check her out because she does have some really good videos. Not all of them are review videos. Mark Vogel, he's another one that I've talked about before. He does some beautiful sweaters, jumpers, cardigans, all of the above. In this video, he was visiting what he called a dead stock yarn warehouse. Apparently these are shops that resell yarn that have no labels, no discernible labels, so there's no real information about them. You would buy them according to what their weights look like and their colors. And he's got them on cones and different. The man is an owner. The owner is a man. This particular warehouse, the owner is a gentleman. His name is Peter Patches, and the shop is in Rhode Island. I'm not real sure what the name of the shop is. I missed that while I was oohing and ahhing over all the different kinds of yarns that they have in there. I would suggest going and watching the video, and if I'm ever in Rhode Island, I want to go there. Because then I can see and feel and touch and look. Unless a pattern calls for a specific color, when I am doing my own stuff and the pattern doesn't call, even if it calls for a specific color, a lot of times if I'm doing my own thing, I will go and buy yarn based on what it looks like and what it feels like. I tend to buy sport weight and Aran weight, not sport weight, yeah, worsted weight and what I guess they call Aran weight, the 3 and 4 weights. Here, anyway, 3 to 4 weights. So like red hearts, loops and threads. I do like the macchiatos, the Carons in the cakes. I like those. I like that size and that thickness. Mostly. I don't do a lot in the smaller threads unless it's crochet thread, and then it's actual thread. But anyway, I digress. So please go and watch her. And then there's Crocheting with Nana. I think I wrote that right. Crocheting with Nana. She just has a lot of cute stuff to watch, and she's so sweet. I don't remember her actual name, but I do recommend going and checking her out. Not all of us are going to be your cup of tea, but maybe you can find someone among this list that you would like to go and visit regularly and subscribe to. There's Nanny Moon's Crochet. Her name is Sally, and she's doing a beautiful cardigan in purple, and the pattern for that comes from a Crochet Now magazine, and she'll talk about that. She is making some changes to it so that it makes it more herself and so she can wear it year round. Apparently the original pattern is a Christmas themed pattern, or maybe, yeah, because I think it said it had plum puddings on the little, I don't know, I guess it was an applique or something. There's Raven's Crochet. Her name is Sarah. Her cat's name is Raven. And she was showing off, she'd gone shopping and bought a bunch of clearance yarn, which is nothing wrong with that. I like doing that too. And she showed one of her loveys, and it's different from the loveys that I have seen before. This is the first time I've seen them, but other people may be doing the same thing. So she does the lovey, she does the middle, but instead of doing, I guess, like just a normal circle or whatever, she crochets around a hairband, and that way or hair tie, so she can throw it in the wash when she's done. And she doesn't attach the lovey, or the baby, the toy ends up being, the one she used anyway, was a Beanie Baby. It was like a Beanie Baby owl, and she just puts it through the hole, and then the child can, I guess it's the hair tie goes around the beanie and holds it securely enough that it's not gonna, the lovey won't fall off if they're carrying it by the head of the beanie. So interesting. You should go check it out just to see how she does that. The owl is so cute, but also the cat is cute. What can I say? Then there's Hooked on Wishing, and I forgot what her name is, but she she has a husband who doesn't like a lot of frou-frou in the car. So no crocheted steering wheel cover, no crocheted headrest covers or anything like that. But she did find something that she thinks her husband will be okay with, and she's calling it a mini car doily. She's taking the center from a larger doily. I think I didn't quite get a chance to watch it all, but it's worth watching because I'm interested. It's interesting to see how people change and adapt different patterns to their own uses. So those are all of my shout outs, and as I said, I'll leave them in the description box below so you can go check them out. I highly recommend them, and if you've made it this long, fantastic. I don't let my videos run more than half an hour. If they're shorter, I'm fine with that, as long as I get information out to you and I provide you with some entertaining content. So with that in mind, let me know what you thought of this video. Leave your comments below. Constructive criticism is always welcome. And if you feel so inclined, subscribe, hit the bell, like it, whatever you'd like to do. Yeah, I don't have anything else to say. I will see you folks again on this playlist in 2 weeks. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Bye.